Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Curtis Mack hosting Sound Strategies, and I'm happy to host this podcast series where we focus on industry professionals. We speak to those industry professionals about their experiences in their particular industry. And today, who are we talking to, Five?
Hey, today we have Sam from Razorz Edge Barber Shops. She's being our special guest for today, and we're happy to have her here with us.
Absolutely, and we're going to be talking appointments. So, Sam, start off by telling everybody your name and what you do.
Hi everyone, my name is Sam. I am a barber and I own 3 barbershops in Morris County.
How long have you been doing this for? How did you get into being a barber?
I've been a barber for probably about 20 years now. I actually always had an interest in hair, makeup, all that stuff. So I went to cosmetology school. I started working in a salon. I hated it. I was afraid to learn, afraid to mess up somebody's hair. God forbid, they'd be like pissed off at me, and I was like not having it. So I actually went back to school. I was going to go for gym, phys ed teacher, and then I started working in a barbershop. And a girl that was there, I knew her from way back when we were younger. She kind of took me under her wing, started teaching me, and from there I just took off with the barbering, and just one thing led to another, and here I am.
Now, did you start with like walk-ins or appointment making?
When I opened my first shop, it was walk-in only.
I remember that. Why is appointment making important to you or to any organization out there?
I'm a very fast-paced barber. I can do a very quick haircut, so I can get a lot of people in walk-in time. So I was nervous going to appointments, but in the end, I realized that appointments was not only beneficial for me, but also for a majority of my clientele base. Nowadays, everybody's in a hurry. We all have places to be. We all have things to do. Me having 3 children, I'm able to block my schedule. People know when I'm available. When you're walking in and my schedule, people will walk in, I'm not there. So, it's nice to have the appointments because they can literally look at a schedule and be like, all right, Sam works these days.
Any obstacles with appointment making?
Obviously, there's many generations that are making appointments. You have young to old. So some of those older generations, they aren't very tech savvy. So that's one of the struggles when it does come to appointment making, because you don't want to leave those people out and you want to make sure they're able to get in to get their appointment. Some of the applications for appointment making can be complicated. It's very important to choose the right program that is going to be user-friendly.
I used to work in a medical facility, and we had a lot of parameters around appointment making. Is there any parameters in and around appointment making at your organization?
We have had discussions about it because my fear is, so if somebody makes an appointment, they cancel last minute. A lot of places will do a full service charge. You cancel, you're still getting charged for that haircut. My worry with that, which I have not enforced yet, is the fact that a customer might be like, well, you're going to charge me full price. I'm not coming back again. Like, I'd rather have them come back. It's like a catch-22. It's a very hard situation to be in when you're doing appointments because, one, you don't want to lose money, but at the same time, you might lose a client long-term.
For a client, I'll give them, 1 hour free evaluation. But for returning customers, I have to book them in advance.
I think it definitely depends on where you are in the industry. Somebody who's newer and building a clientele base, for me, I'm busy all the time.
I mean, when it comes to appointment making, that's my first introduction to someone, more or less like over the phone consultations. So when I'm feeling a customer out, that's where I do that process. Is this a customer that's right for me? Is this the right clientele? Is this the right event for me? The right gig, because you're going to ask those questions. And I feel like the people that take the time to answer the questions, whether that's in the form of a questionnaire or whether that's the form of actually getting on the phone with me or like a Zoom or something, that's where I find out if this is the right person, because not every person is your person, if that makes sense. And people like to work with people they generally like to work with.
You don't want repeat offenders. Like, at the end of the day, if somebody's going to constantly cancel on you or constantly be late, you need to have that conversation with them. Like, listen, make sure you do have quality clients.
It's hard language, but we have internal and external customers, right? You have your internal, which is kind of your staff. And, you have that, your meetings, and you have internal meetings, but then you have external, which is your customers, and those are your appointments. So you mentioned, I met with the girls, or I met with my team, and we talked about doing this. So you have your internal meetings, which you need everyone needs to be on time and on point and all that. And then everyone needs to then follow the parameters or protocols that are set for then the appointments for the external customers. Because if everyone's not on the same page and it's like, oh yeah, you could just show up, or actually no, you were supposed to use, everyone's really got to be on the same page.
I try very hard to work with my team before making any decisions. Their input is very important to me.
Big question here, taxes or no taxes on tips, because a lot of people get that kind of wrong as far as like what to tip, like, if I tip my barber, is this taxed? Are they paying taxes? Am I paying the taxes? Are there tax on haircuts?
We don't pay tax on tips.
Yeah, I think there was like 500 job titles that potentially like have no tax on tips, but that actually doesn't mean no tax. Like you said, there's like up to $25,000. But speaking of tips, my barber, give a shout out to V Sosa over in Dover. They have it where you can potentially tip before you even get there. So like when you book your appointment, it's like, would you like to 5%, 10%, 15%? And you can almost have everything paid for before you even go. So maybe something for the future. But as you mentioned, you have a wide range of demographics and geographics as your clientele. So maybe somebody that's older isn't too comfortable with all of the, digital. So maybe just name and phone number and time, and we'll see you then.
Complicate it. We try to make sure we, like I said before, cater to all different generations and not have anybody limited. We don't want to turn anybody away.
And I know you mentioned you're a business owner, Sam, and we know this, but just for our purposes, how many shops do you own?
I own 3. I have Jefferson, Randolph, and Parsippany.
Who inspired you to do what you do?
The barber industry has changed so much in the past couple of years. When you're an employee, you can only really make so much. And so my next move was to own and be a business owner. That's just the path life took me. And like I said, I liked hair, I liked makeup, I liked being in that industry.
Let's break down the licenses you can get real quick before you go any further. There's a barber's license, cosmetology license, right? And then there's other licenses, right?
So when I got my license 20 years ago, 21-ish, so a lot of people in New Jersey, even if they are barbers, are licensed cosmetologists. A couple years ago, they brought the barber license back. So that's why you're seeing barbershops pop up all over the place. But New Jersey has now a barber license, they have a cosmetology license, they have a shop license, they have an esthetician, they have nails.
I know that the barber shop industry is a male-driven industry. And you said you have multiple clients, you're running multiple shops, so you're like the boss lady. What personality does that take in order to be a boss lady?
Working in so many different shops and experiencing different owners has taught me how to be a better owner. But it's a give and take, and it's being understanding, get along with a lot of different personalities.
Yeah, because you no longer have a boss. The customer is your boss at that point.
Well, yeah, yes and no. Listen, in this world, you have to not let people take advantage of you.
True.
Sure.
You have business hours.
So in your journey, Sam, what would you say the most memorable moment was throughout your cosmetology journey?
Opening my first shop. I opened my Jefferson shop 15 years ago. And I remember sitting there and being like, I wonder where the shop is going to be in 15 years. And here we are 15 years later. And I would say opening my first shop is probably the most memorable.
What's been your best experience with appointment making?
It allows me to be available for my children. Doing the appointments allows me to be at their events, to be still present.
Sure, it helps you schedule. It kind of maps everything out. It's like a college professor. It's like, these are my office hours and these are class hours. Other than that, I'll get to you when I get to you.
Yeah.
When I was walking and my schedule was all over the place, nobody ever knew where I was or when I was going to be in. With appointments, they can go online and see, okay, Sam is here this day. So I'm booked up, like Friday, I probably have like 25 haircuts right now. It's helped me as a business owner grow my personal business and also grow the business.
Like in my world as a salesman, appointments are great because if I have a 10 and a 3 that day, I'm good, right? I have 2 sales calls. But if I was like, hey, my door's open, hopefully somebody walks in, it's a little different, so it's not the same energy when you have something booked. And me and Five were talking about this, before we got here, whether it's a week before, an hour before, or a day before, always confirm the appointment, right? Whether it's like, hey, we're good, right? Or did anything come up? I'm not scared. I just want to know.
No.
Yeah.
Set it up where it notifies 24 hours in advance. It reminds your clients like, oh, I made that appointment. It's a reminder. And that's also the benefit to keep people on top of keeping their appointments, They can let you know that they have to cancel.
Facts.
There's a lot of benefits to having appointments and an appointment system.
And I think the digitization of it is key too, because back in the day, if you have it penciled in, guess what? And Joe Schmo is after you, doing the phones and he erases it or something. There's no record of it. Yeah. So at least like you get a cancellation on Google Calendar or whatever, something.
Yeah. I run everything pretty much through my phone. So all of my event notes for a Sweet 16, like I have the intros, I have the dance, I have the this. It's on my phone. It's on my iPad. It's on my computer, so you can be able to access and pull that up anywhere.
As long as technology doesn't just shut down.
Facts. What are some of your accomplishments in that cosmetology world?
I opened my 3rd third shop is when I did the appointments, and it actually trickled backwards. I did the third with the appointments, and then I was like, all right, you know what, this is working. Let's do the second one. And I was like, all right, this is working. Let's do the third one. It's definitely helped the shops, and it's helped me as I get older be more technologically inclined, I guess.
What's the best way for someone to reach you, to contact you?
We are on Google, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. We are everywhere. You'll find us. So,
Any shout outs today?
I gotta shout out my crew. I mean, I wouldn't be the businesswoman I am without them. You know, I wouldn't have these 3 barbershops, and if it wasn't for them holding it down, you know, Razorz Edge wouldn't be what it is. Shout out my husband, his patience, because I mean, that man is like, this girl, another one, and I'm like, yep, we're doing another one, you know. So, you know, shout out my mom.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. Thanks for birthing me. The barbershops would not be where they were if it was not for my employees, bottom line.
Sure. And they're working right now, right?
6 days a week, and they're all a great bunch. They're not just my employees, they're family too.
Sure. And now for appointment making, they can Google you, they can call you, and they can book their appointments that way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Any final thoughts?
I just want to say thank you for asking me to do this. This is an awesome experience. I wish you guys the best of luck with this journey.
Thank you.
And best luck with your appointments.
Yes, facts.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, even today we had to confirm, right? And we moved it up a little bit, but we were all on the same page, and communication is key.
You got to be able to communicate. If you can't communicate, you're not going to succeed. You got to be able to multitask and communicate.
Facts. You hear that, everybody? You got to communicate
Multitask.
with external and internal customers.
Yes.
They're your
That's it.
employees and staff and the people making appointments to use your services. So we've been talking with Sam from Razorz Edge Barber Shops, Curtis Mack and DJ 525 running the board and co-hosting with me.
Yeah, definitely. Want to thank you for coming out. Big shouts to you. Big shout outs to Razorz Edge, all 3 locations.
Yeah, and you guys, I mean, Curtis, I've known you a long time. I know your family, and DJ 525, you DJ'd for me, and you were amazing. So,
Thank you.
wonderful human beings. And, you know, like I said before, I wish you both so much success. You guys deserve it.
Thank you. Much appreciated. We're getting that from all angles because Five has been doing his thing for about 2 decades now. Sorry to date you. And I'm in it for about a decade. I'm getting there. And we've worked on projects together throughout our years, but we've never actually piloted a program together.
Well, this is awesome.
This is awesome.
Collaborating is the way to go.
Facts.
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Thank you, guys.